Most people wait till life feels safe before they start building. But sometimes building is how you create stability. Drop a comment below saying, felt that, if you've ever waited for the perfect time to sort your life out. Because I think a lot of people are stuck waiting for a version of life or themselves which might not arrive for a while. They're waiting until they feel less stressed. They're waiting till money is better. Waiting till their head feels clearer. Waiting till the sun comes up. Waiting till work is easier. Waiting till they have more time. Waiting until everything feels calm. Sometimes you have to build when life is already messy. Because life doesn't always give you that clean starting point. You have to apply for better jobs while you're still working the job you want to leave. You have to create while the views are low. You have to paint while nobody is watching. You have to build your own routine, create your discipline, while your life feels uncertain. And that's hard, because part of you wants to say, I'll start properly when things settle down. But the danger is things might not settle down unless you start, Sometimes it's the action that comes first and the stability comes next. You don't become confident and then take action. You take an action, then confidence comes from the action. You're building the neuron pathways in your brain which essentially change who you are, build your confidence. You don't get a stable life, then build discipline. You build discipline and then a stable life comes from that. You don't wait till you feel ready to create. You create and clarity comes from the process, And this is something I have to remind myself on a regular basis. I don't have everything fully figured out. Money isn't perfect, work isn't perfect, my routine isn't perfect. There are still big pressures in life, big responsibilities, uncertainty and things I'm sorting out. But I can still make one good move today. I can still train, I can still paint, I can still go to work, I can still make this video, I can clean my space, I can still apply for other jobs, I can still make one decision that supports the life I'm trying to build, and that's the real work, or maybe that's the real work. Not waiting for perfect stability before trying to build anything, just creating small pieces of stability through repeated action. Because when you keep showing up, your life starts to trust you more. Your room gets cleaner, your body gets stronger, your mind gets clearer, your work gets better, your confidence grows, your options improve. Your future starts to feel like a real thing and less like a dream, more like something you can actively build and work towards. I guess the core message is, if you're waiting for life to feel perfect before you start, don't. Just start small, start easy, start in the mess, start tired, start uncertain. Start with one thing that you can control today, because stability doesn't always come before action. In fact, it rarely does. Sometimes stability is built by action. So stop waiting before you feel stable before you build. Build anyway.